Aloha, Sylvan Bell coming live from Sacramento, California, June 29, 2016, 9:13 in the morning. Perfect day to talk about sales. And I want to specifically talk to you about a form of sales sabotage. And this happens a lot when somebody's new or when they're struggling and they're working with scripts. So last week I'm working with somebody and we're working specifically on a call center script. And there were some slight imperfections in it based upon the way that it read and based upon the personality of the person that I was working with. And so instead of moving forward, this person kept saying, well, the script isn't perfect, the script isn't perfect, the script isn't perfect. And what I want you to understand as a salesperson is sometimes a script is like training wheels. Now, there's some things that I teach that have to be done exactly word for word. And then there's times where personality is involved, and when you say it, it sounds absolutely better based upon the way that you talk and your vernacular and what you do. But this common form of self-sabotage is to look in all the flaws in the presentation. It may be the script, it may be the presentation video, it may be the presentation book, but looking for those flaws will make you stop moving forward. And so I spent an hour with this person constantly saying, hey, look, we need to get back on track. This is not even the thing that we should be focusing on. We should be focusing on what you got to do as a call center person to make things happen, okay? So the self-sabotage that you will face is constantly looking at all the perfections at your presentation and saying, look, I can't do it for this reason, I can't do it for this reason, I can't do it for this reason. It's going to cause a lot of problems. And if you don't have somebody to stop you and go, hey, look, we're talking about the wrong thing. We need to get back in the game. We need to talk about sales. We need to work on what we originally started with, and then we can move forward. Okay? Then we can make some small changes, but move forward with what you got. Make the changes later, because if you look for these small perfections, it'll drive you insane. You will never get anything done. This is a huge form of self-sabotage I see with new salespeople, and I see with salespeople who are struggling, because when they're struggling, they don't want to talk about sales. They don't want to talk about their pain. They don't want to talk about their problem. It's a lot like dealing with a buyer, okay? It is a lot like dealing with a buyer, especially from the training side. All right, so here's the thing. At some point, you have to get in the game, and you have to do the sales, and you got to give up on all the reasons why all the flaws won't work. If you get caught up in this flaw, like this isn't said perfectly, or this part of the presentation is wrong, you are never going to move forward. You're not going to make sales. Okay, so you got to let it go. If 99%, 98, 97, 95% of the presentation's right, yay you. If 95% of the script is right, yay you again. But getting caught up in it will drag you down, and you will have a lot of challenges, and sales just won't happen because you can get caught up in like, my script isn't perfect. Okay. You deal with closers, and they're going to say, hey, look, just put me in the game, and I really don't have to worry about this being perfect. I'm just going to make it happen, okay? Make it happen. Now, if you could do a small favor for me in the box down below, leave a comment, question, or story, that'd be fantastic. To the right or to the left, there's a subscribe button. You know what you got to do, you got to subscribe. And you can send it out to all your friends via StumbleUpon, Facebook, Twitter, Google+. Why not even link to Sylvan Bell. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Aloha.